Good day, y'all. I'm out here in beautiful day up in the high country. Today's purpose of the video is going to be a little different. Unfortunately, there's some sad news. There's been a 20-year-old missing person up here. This was a 20-year-old, 6 foot tall, 170 pounds, named Micah Tice. You know, he was last seen wearing tennis shoes, you know, some kind of backpack, black pants, black sweatshirt and a beanie. You know, he was last spotted here. His car was spotted here November 26th, and then there was a heavy search that went on looking for him, but the conditions didn't help, so the search had to be stopped. So I'm out here today, gonna try to see what I can find. You know, I'm gonna try to zoom into the different areas and see if I find anything of color, you know, and at the same time look at signs for intelligent force beings. So, you know, this is sad. I wasn't planning to come up here because it's too high in the country right now and there's too much snow, but you know, as you can see, this is not the proper attire to come out here, and especially in the winter time. You know, like there was a little bit of irresponsibility, but you know, I really feel for this young guy's family, so I'm gonna see if I can help out. And if I don't find anything today, you know, I plan to keep on coming out here and see what else I can find. And if I find something, then you know, turn it into the Rangers, and hopefully something will be done. So we'll see. It should be an interesting day. It's nice and beautiful. There is a lot of snow on the ground. I've come prepared. I've got a couple cameras. I've got 4 batteries. I've got all my survival stuff. I've got enough if I'm gonna be out here again. But let's take a look here, see who else has been missing. We've got another one. Ryan Albert, 30 years old, 5'7", 165. Albert was last seen October 4th, 2018 at approximately 10:30 hours in the area of Granite Pass. Now, this is what he was wearing. He was more prepared, but and there's been people out here that have gone missing and then they've been found. Eventually, but you know, it's a sad thing, but that's the reality of the forest. And I know there's some fear mongers out there that like to milk the cow and attribute this to potentially Bigfoot, but I mean, in my opinion, that's not the case at all. That's Micah right there with the backpack. So we'll see. Right now this thing is saying 30 something degrees here, but my car was saying like 18. So anyways, let's see if I can find anything of color. You know, I really hope I can help in any way. I really feel for you know, the family of Micah and Ryan, but it's a risk you take every time you head out into the forest. You know, it's just too many things can go wrong, and such is the reality. So anyways, let me come up in here and see what I can find. So not very deep into the trail, I'm already seeing 2 huge leaners that have been brought here and placed here, you know, right next to like a couple down trees and whatnot. But what I'm gonna try to do is I can tell where the rescue team came out of the trail and the lines they took, as you can see here. So I'm gonna avoid those lines and pretend that area's been covered, and then I'm gonna pick myself some fresh lines, kind of go with what my gut and my intuition tells me to go. And yeah, it should be, I mean, I have faith that I'm gonna find something. So we'll see. Let me keep going. Clear marker, you know, I gotten off the beaten path quite a bit and not very far from the beaten path. We got this marker here, and let me show you. This is really cool. All our very old logs. Okay. Got an X there, got an X there. They're all falling this way. So, you know, it's going to be hard to find prints because it's just, it snowed a lot since then. But what I'm doing is I'm looking at the Bigfoot signs, and I'm also keeping an eye out for, look how this one was tucked. This tree was tucked underneath this here. Look where it comes all the way over here. You know, it's not like this was a young tree at one point, and these are way older, and they were pinned and used for this. So yeah, this is definitely a good Bigfoot spot. Look. Now I don't believe the nonsense that's out there, like the people pushing the agenda that Bigfoot is taking the missing people. I'm very skeptical about the ones preaching the type 1, type 2, type 3, and all this other nonsense that's just backed by speculation. Look at this, guys. I'm totally against that stuff, guys. I'm totally against it. People like to talk and pretend they know and stuff, and honestly, it's all speculation. It's all speculation. There's no validity to what they're saying about the different types and whatnot. The way I see it is, you go into a forest, you got a clean, pure heart. Look at that thing. Look at that. You got a clean, pure heart, and you know, there's things out there that are more intelligent that are going to see that. They're going to see that. Now, it gets to me when I hear these reports and people saying that these things are animals. They're full of BS, people. They're stories. 99% of these stories don't have anything to back them up. You're just listening to a person that's yapping about different things, and I don't believe a single thing those people have to say. It's mainly one of the reasons why I'm out here, is because I want to spend time as much as possible out here and prove to the fear mongers that they're full of shit. They're just full of shit. I mean, that kid went missing, and one of them, you know, posted it on social media already as if it was, you know, it's just, that doesn't help. It doesn't help the cause. Same thing with all the other agents that are out there popping up with accounts pretending to spread awareness of the Sasquatch, but their subliminal message is overall negative. It's BS, people. Don't trust anybody. I'm telling you, don't trust anybody. Alright, let me keep going, guys. I haven't seen anything yet of color or anything suspicious, and I'm like really hoping I do. Check this out. It's not very far from the trail, guys. I mean, I veered off, but not too far. Let me keep going. Can't even get in here. Gotta go completely around to get in there. 3 leaners going up, old strip bark with a nice fence right in front of it. Nice fence. Look how many leaners go in the opposite direction right there. See that? Completely opposite direction. This is like a fence over here. Look at it. It's covering all this here, blocking that in there. So anyways, let me keep going. the rescue team walked down here. They went down there. So what I'm doing is I'm getting off the trail, but in places that, you know, like I'm assuming I was Micah, and you know, there was low visibility, and as the storm was coming down, he didn't have a GPS to look at his track heading back home, and he could have in certain areas that are confusing, I'm heading down or up the trail, you know, kind of veering off. I'm doing the same thing he would have done. I mean, I'm wearing boots and a pair of socks right now. It's not bad weather out. It's pretty cold, and my toes are cold, so I could imagine what his toes were like with Ace's running shoes, and who knows what socks he had on, you know. Like, I'm gonna say that 100% his feet were so cold, it got to the point he could barely walk, you know. And I'm not sure if he had stuff to make a fire and keep himself warm. I hope he did, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep going and see what's up. So far, nothing.
I've covered at least 2 miles already. Nothing. I've not seen anything yet. That's suspicious, or that leads me to believe that the person could have gone that way. You know, I've been digging around and trying not to cover the same tracks as the rescue team. Do see a lot of game tracks. I mean, this is really easy to get lost. Nothing. This is a healthy tree. It's a healthy tree for sure. Look at the colors. Completely snapped to make this whatever this is. This is straight down, you know. You could have kind of just ventured off down there. When electrical storms approach, turn back. If possible, avoid high points, horses, ridges, and campfires. Take shelter in low pockets away from the trail. It's pretty high up in the country right now. It's pretty high. Back on the trail. I've been sort of zooming off on the distance to see if, you know, areas like this that he could have potentially gone down, but I haven't seen anything yet. We keep going. I'm in the very high country right now, guys. Give you a view. Sorry about that. I'm in the high country, but I'm sweating bullets. Pretty much. Look how beautiful it is out here. Keep going. Looking for colorful objects, you know, something that pops out, especially blue. Up until here I've covered a total of 4 miles right now, and I haven't seen anything, guys. I've been just keeping an eye out for colorful things, and I'm a little sad that I haven't found anything, but you know, I'm just one person in this huge place, so pretty high up right now. The wind is pretty strong, and it gets in your bones. So I cannot imagine what that person went through with tennis shoes. From what I heard, he ran into some people and they told him there was bad weather coming, and because of the clothing he was wearing, they just they told him not to keep going, but I guess he just kept going, you know. I'm gonna have me some nice tea up here right now, then I'm gonna head back down different route. I've got 2 GPSs running at the moment, just in case. You just never know. Oh man, what a day. What a day. Check out this area here, like a little rock stacking. Could have been just anybody. Holding up well though with the winds up here. Alright, let me keep going, guys. Stay up and they didn't notice this thing, but there's a pile of stones over here, guys. I sure as hell wouldn't be climbing up here to just to play around with these things. Pair of old sunglasses. Look at that pile of stone, guys. Ain't that crazy? What is this? That's just very odd to me. It is so not pleasant up here. I would not come up here to build this thing. Interesting. Very interesting. Keep turning down. Can't wait to get under cover because the wind right now is like pretty tough. It is pretty tough. Get up here in the high country is no joke. Look at the pile. Look at the people. Another person there. Look at this, another rock pile here in the high country. Maybe they were made to signal the trail, but I'm off the trail, so it don't make a whole lot of sense. And I can already see a pretty big one from where I'm at. I'm gonna walk to it right now. I'm off the beaten path right now because the main trail that I took to get up here was somewhere down there. And you know, I was just tracking people's footsteps that have walked up here before. But look at this thing. I can see it from here. Look at it. What is that? That's a pretty big one. That is a pretty big one. Let me walk up to it. I'll be right back. Look at this thing, you guys. What got me the most interested was that the guys that walked up that I just passed, they walked past one of these. They didn't even realize it was there. Like, there's a whole lot of effort to make this thing here, man. That's a whole lot of effort. If I had the time, I'd probably move them all out of place, see what's underneath. What is this? It's been like detailed little tiny rocks, just placed there. You know, let me fill in this hole. This one here. Look at that right there. That's very interesting. Let me keep going. That is very interesting. I see one already from here. It looks like a pyramid. Look at it. Well, this is awesome. I'm up here looking for Micah Tice up in the high country up here in Lungs Peak, and I so happened to run into a person that I've been meaning to go try to find for a while, because I've heard people have mentioned. His name is Ken Collins. He used to have a Bigfoot display in a Safeway up in Estes Park, and I've ran into people. Several people have told me, go see Ken, and I just randomly found him in the trail. The minute I said hello, he introduced himself. He said he's a Bigfooter, and I'm like, well, so am I. And we've exchanged numbers and stuff. And Kent is friends with David Paulides with 411 Missing People, and he's kind of like the same mindset as me. We're out here, we're not giving up, and we're probably gonna both exchange information, and then keep each other's back. Whenever he goes out in the forest, he can let me know. Same thing with me. And anyways, Ken, what is there anything you want to say to my audience? I got the channel Colorado Forest Beings. I got about 6,000 followers, and I intend to figure the Bigfoot out. I just love it. I love it out here.
Well, God sends his angels, and sometimes he'll put them on mountains. And right now he's got his angels on this mountain looking for this young man. Listening to the story last night on the news reminds me of the 1999 El Todaro case, where they abandoned my buddy and his family. And I'm not dogging the national park, nothing like that. They all work hard. We're all up here for the same reason. Now, to meet this gentleman today was a gift, because I am been roaming these mountains 13 years, and I'm not going to sit here and not do nothing like he's not going to do. So it's a pleasure to meet him. Just know that we're not giving up on these guys. There's 2 missing on this mountain at the moment.
Yep.
And to meet these guys and talk with them, to communicate, we know we can get on this mountain and off the mountain safe. And we just hope that Micah gets found soon and gets back to his family. Probably possibility of he's not alive, but we're gonna hope he is.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a window there.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too.
So
I'm hoping so too.
So just to, you know, I'm Ken Collins. I'm out of Estes Park. I have a site called Bigfoot Loose USA. It's on Facebook, and just go through there and look at some of the stuff that I do in the Rocky Mountains for bigfooting. Today I'm doing both of that, bigfooting and looking for Micah.
Same as me.
So
Same as me.
just go on the channel. Appreciate this young man here. I'm 57, and I'm up here doing it. We need to get people up here and be safe. Coordinate yourself. Get people in front of you and behind you, and you can do this safely too. God bless Micah and the other young man that's up here missing. They'll be found, and they'll be returned to their families. And you know, I don't like walking this mountain much. I hate this mountain. It's a death mountain to me.
It's tough.
And it's a tough one. And it's a tough one to walk these trails, to know that these two probably walked the same way, but they never returned.
Yeah.
And that's hard. So we're up here today. We're just looking. We couldn't ask for a beautiful day, but he'll be found. And it was a pleasure to meet everyone. I'm out of Estes Park, like I said again, and we're going to have an event called the Bigfoot Days. That's going to be happening in April. So let's get together if you want to come up to Estes, and that'll be advertised. That's the first event that Estes Park has given me in 13 years, and the first Bigfoot event ever in that town. So it took 13 years. We got it done. But anyways, besides that, God bless this young man today, and dear Lord in heaven, watch over his family and bless these people. Bring that child home to their family. In Jesus' name we pray for that. And I do say prayers when we're on these mountains, and I do wish that when I go on, I wish the Bigfoot to come and see me. And you know, we don't have ways of doing things like this. This today is something that we need to, the Bigfoot all set aside. We need to find this young man, get him home.
Yes, sir.
So Merry Christmas to everybody. Go on this man's great channel that I'm going to go on to, and go to Bigfoot Loose USA too on Facebook. And it's nice meeting everybody, and pray for the family out there, and pray for Micah and the other young man to be found, and we pray for that today.
Yes, sir. Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And it's been a pleasure, and we would for sure be talking here very often, sir.
That's right, sir.
It was a pleasure meeting you, and God bless you. Buddy, how you doing? All is good? It's okay. It's okay. Creek. Hold on a second. I'm coming up on 8 miles. You know, I've gone everywhere where I thought maybe he would have veered off the trail, but I can't find anything, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. It's been been pretty long. Just don't know, you know, like maybe I gotta come back and head back up. I think there was a ping on its cell phone around 10,000 feet, and I might have to come back and just get to 10,000 feet and just cover that area instead of maybe veering off the trails, you know what I mean? But I think it was a good day, you know, just being out here looking, you know, at least is better than staying at home and not doing anything about it, you know what I mean? In my opinion. It was so funny that I ran into Ken Collins, you know, I've heard about him several times. He used to have a museum at a Safeway. Safeway, for the people that are not from Colorado, Safeway is, look at this here. Safeway is like a Walgreens, like a drugstore, you know what I mean? And he used to have a little expo there. And it's been a while, and he, you know, it's just so funny that we're both out here looking for Micah, you know, on the same day. What are the odds? What are the odds, huh? Let me check this in here real quick. Looks like there's some manipulation of trees up in here. What are the odds, guys? After I get out of this section here, I'm just gonna bring it on home. Just point my GPS to the nearest exit, but let me end it here for you guys. Little forest manipulation by the big guys. This in the summer is incredible. Incredible, guys. Incredible. You can barely see it, but everything seems to be on that stump, typical of what they like to do. And it's near the water, which I keep finding that around the water. There's some pretty decent sized trees here. There are some pretty decent sized trees here. Well, tomorrow I want to take you guys to a place that's not far from my house, and it's like a little hidden forest, because in order to get to it you got to cross the river. So that means I got to take off my boots, get my feet cold, and get my boots back on. And then after that, I'll be on the other side, and then it's not open, it's not a public area, but I am allowed to go in there. Can't say how, but so I'm gonna take you in there, because the cool thing about that spot is that the sun shines. Look at that, guys. See that? The sun shines like almost year round, and they can be in there and not get as cold. Some of these older areas, and I mean literally you can go from here to that location through the forest if you wanted to, without crossing any major roads or anything like that, or getting into like populated areas. So I know they're in there this time of year, so it should be interesting. Should get some kind of action. So let's see. You know, I logged 8+ miles today. By the time I'm done, let's see how I feel towards the end, you know. But I think I can recover by tomorrow, so no biggie. Anyways, guys, I hope you keep your positive thoughts to find Micah and the other gentleman from October. And you know, it's all a matter of us thinking positively, and I think we will find them. We will find them eventually. I highly doubt that it was a Bigfoot that took him and all that other stuff that people say and think, because they live in fear. You know, he was wearing tennis shoes. This area is very manipulated. I mean, this in the summertime has got to be incredible. Wow. You know, he was wearing tennis shoes, and my thoughts are his feet got really cold and got to the point where he couldn't walk anymore, you know? Somebody warned him not to keep going. There was a storm coming, and he's a tough guy, and he just kept going, you know, unfortunately. So, you know, let us all learn a lesson. We need to be prepared for the cold weather. Like, if you're going out in the forest, make sure you take the proper equipment to help you survive. If there's an emergency, I'm just navigating through these trees. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild how they've been manipulated here. So please, guys, stay safe. Take extra socks. Take good boots. Take enough to make a fire. You know, a couple lighters. Take your ferro rod or some kind of rocks that will light up a spark. Take something that would help you ignite a fire, because when stuff hits the fan, you just never know. You know what I mean? You got to be prepared. See, for example, this kind of stuff here. This is great fire material. This thing lights up pretty good. It's good to get a fire going. So anyways, I've got to head back. I'm not too far back now, and about to run out of this battery. Surprisingly, I didn't film as much as I was going to, so I was able to get the whole day out with just one battery, which is not normal for me. I was more focused on looking around and looking for color than actual structures, and I hope you guys understand. Like right now, the priority today was to come and find Micah. So one more day, so thankful. Look at this. It's been brought back and pinned right there. Forest is full of intelligent beings, guys. You know, as much as some don't think and some don't like, and some others are paid to make you think there's not. It is full of intelligence. Anyways, I'll walk you out of here. Just filming the structures that I'm seeing. Squirrel sat here. Ate a bunch of pine nuts. if any of you, by the time I upload this, might be late, but I have this whole trip tracked. If you spotted anything of color, please let me know in the comments. I know some of you sit and watch this thing. Look at this tree, guys. It was twisted and brought back around. Ain't that something? The power that these beings have is beyond our comprehension. And if they can manipulate these trees the way they do, they can also dig holes and tunnels. And in the wintertime, they just go underground, They can just be underground with a couple of watchers. Then, spoke too soon, battery got drained. So as I was saying, in the wintertime, they can just lift a heavy stone. Lift a heavy stone. Get in the hole. Put it back down. And they're chilling underneath somewhere. That's what I think. Or maybe they do shift around to, like, for example, that little microforest I want to go to tomorrow. It's nice and warm. Who knows? Who knows? That's the whole point of this, is to try to figure this out, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. I wanna get to the bottom of this. It's gonna take all the help, all the hours, all the effort to try to get a grip on what's going on. But eventually we'll get it. Eventually we will get it. Let's see what's all across here. This beautiful thing here. Get across right here. That was sweet. Perfect little walkway. Perfect little walkway. Lots of game. Lots of game out here. Lots of game out here. I walked in here earlier. I just heard a yo. Right as I'm standing right underneath this here, roots upside down. Some kind of glyph on the ground. Beautiful color tree. Remember that one from one of my previous videos? It's the same kind. All the game walking through here. I can't wait to get on a hard trail. I've been walking forever on this soft stuff. Should be coming up on one. Hopefully soon. Every step, look. Every step goes in deep. It reminds me of a silly joke. It was a real life thing. I was out in a spinning class one time and I walked out of the class because the guy that was doing the class was so excited. He was like, come on, come on. Buns of steel, buns of steel. And I just started laughing so hard. I walked out of the class, never came back. Oh, here I am on the trail again. Yes. Woo. Hell yeah. I'm back. Anyways, buns of steel. That's how I feel right now. Buns of steel. What a guy. I mean, I just couldn't stop laughing. Who says that? There's a couple other people laughing in the class, but they stayed. I couldn't bear myself. I just walked out of the class. It's like, this ain't for me. Anyways, I'm gonna be back home now. Anytime. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Keep the positive thoughts and let me know in the comments what you think. If you have any tips on what to look for and what to do. And thank you so much, each and every one of you that has watched. Thumbs up my videos. The thumbs up really counts. It really helps. So do the thumbs down. People that come and hate on my stuff and do the thumbs down don't know that they're actually helping my channel grow, and it's awesome. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great day and see you soon. On the other side of the creek. There's just a lot of snow in here. Very difficult to walk. Very difficult. I don't think he could have come this way. It's just too technical. This one's standing up right there. There's a lot of groundwork here. You just can't see it because of the snow. Let me look at the GPS. Gotta follow the creek to get back. I'm gonna see if I can get through this thick snow here. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool here. Let's just do a recon here. Let me show you something. You guys have no idea how nice this is in the summertime. This is just one of those magical places. You can't see the beauty of it right now, but I mean I can, but I mean it's just, this is a great place in the summer. This one's broken, pinning this one down. Look, I walked in here earlier, look at this thing. This is just magical in here, guys. Big trees. Big trees. search and rescue team came through here at one point, because I can see more than my prints. So I'm gonna go a different route. You got the film.